Hey, what is up, guys? It is John and Benny from the Collectors Company. We just recently had the first in-person event in Australia, or OCE, for the 2023 competitive season, being the Zenkai Cup. And Benny came third after not playing for such a long time. He came second on the online one and came third at the this one today. How are you feeling, Benny?
Yeah, feeling really good, honestly. I'm playing a new deck today, Supreme Card Time. It's a really, really good aggro deck. For those that don't know, traditionally I play black aggro, Gogeta Zeno. Had a lot of success with it last season, around this time last year, so yeah, only lost to the final today to Crimson.
Crimson
it's
Goku.
It's a really hard matchup because Crimson has a huge hand size and probably will win World, so...
Crimson is literally...
It's still really good though, really, really fun to play, if you have all the dash pack promos.
Yeah, Crimson is legit the most powerful deck right now. I think everyone knows it, so it's yeah, very hot deck to beat. But you were almost able to beat it in the finals, and
yeah, I think I misplayed a little bit towards the end. I mean, I didn't see enough super combos. I didn't see a go 10 against Crimson as well, so that hindered my draw a little, kept my hand low. So yeah, I mean, overall, congrats to Blake for winning it all with Crimson, and he's got an uncut sheet, you know, so nice for him.
Yeah, it's very good. Just a quick thing as well. So in Australia specifically, we our dash packs got delayed. We literally were only able to get them this week, so not everyone was able to play all the new stuff.
Yeah.
But luckily enough, we were able to sort it out for Benny, get his dash pack stuff sorted, and now he's got a powerful new black deck, you know?
Definitely giving a shout out to all the people that have lent me cards, and I got to lend me cards, so shout out to Tyson, obviously he lent me most of the core, John as well. Didn't have enough hands without him. Shout out to Dean, he also was going to lend me some cards as well. I was going to play this deck regardless, even if I didn't have all the tools, right? Numbers for the battle cards, so yeah.
Alright, easy. Well, I guess we should get into the deck profile.
Yep. Alrighty, so we are playing the new black leader. This deck's very, very aggressive for those that don't know. When you swing with this, in a burst 3, you draw 1, really, really good. When you awaken, you draw 2 to keep your hand size up, very important.
Big thing as well is that the alternate awaken condition of this leader, I believe, is you have to have 8 cards in the warp and then you can awaken, so...
Generally, it's pretty easy to get. Usually, if you have like 2 of your 3 drop, if you have a Vegeta and a Trunks, I'll show that a bit later, you can awaken pretty easily on turn 2. Yep, and then on this side it's really good as well for the first effect. When you overwhelm for the first time, you get to draw a card and place up to 3 black battle cards back. And then for the second effect, you get to choose 1 card for 1 black energy, of course, pitch it, and then you get to play Unison from your drop or warp, which is huge. And most of the time, I don't even have my Unison in my hand. I was able to just grab from my drop or warp to play, which is huge. And the second effect, if you crit a life, you get to keep your black battle cards that you play with Overrun for the turn. And it's a lingering effect for those that don't know. And yeah, the battle cards just stay with Overrun. I think we're gonna watch it. Alrighty. Oh man.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. They were just announcing the prizing, so we'll just get back into the deck profile now. So, yeah.
Yep, so obviously we run the Unison for the deck. This card was actually built for this as well. So really good. This card allows you to gain Wormhole. If you overwhelm and then you do the effect, make sure you burst 1, and then you gain Wormhole. But it has to hit though. So with God Sealing gone now, this card is actually insane.
Yeah, big thing about why this deck was never played is that against blue, you literally can't use your deck's main function, which is overwhelming twice per turn.
Yep.
Which is what generates your value. The leader lets you keep your overwhelm cards on board, and this lets you just spit out a bunch of big threats for free. But as soon as you God Sealing it, the card doesn't hit the board, so you actually don't get this auto trigger.
Yeah, this card is really crucial for the deck. Even if you don't see it, you can play it off the leader's effect by pitching a card, which I did heaps of, and then yeah, really important, very crucial for the deck. And to round it off, we play the 3-drop Overwhelm package. We run 3 of the Revive Ravager Vegetas, 4 Trunks Time Regulator, and 4 of these here as well. So these are your, usually you want to keep some 3-drop Overwhelm for your
early turns,
mulligan, yeah, for sure. So I usually, if I see one of these, or even 2, I might try to keep them. Whenever you're going first or second, because when you swing burst 3, you get to swing, just say if you play the Vegeta here, you'll burst another 3, and then once this will go to the warp, so you'll have 8, and then you can play this on the turn after, which I did very often if I had these 2 in my hand. This is probably the ideal opening, right? If you have these 2 and the Unison. And then you want to overwhelm with this next turn, gain the Wormhole, and then you send another card to the warp, therefore you'll have 8, and this will still be on the board. And yeah, basically you can go off there, and then you got another overarm, you can awaken at 8 perfectly, with just these 2 cards alone. This was your
main early turns, right?
This card's crit as well, so if they want to combo out of it, that's fine. But most people just take it anyways. And then this card is very relevant as well. If you don't have these here, this card's really good as well. I often play this turn 2 at the start of, if I don't have one of these here. I still try to keep 1 overwhelm 3. You can just play this. Usually it doesn't do anything. You will never you would never swing with this card, really. I mean, you could if you want to, but then activate main, you can send this card to the warp area, and then put another 2. So that will give you 5 in total already. And then if you play one more of these, you can already awaken, which is really crucial. The counter effect never came up, but for the longer control games, it probably will. But I never played it all day, and it is a thwarting target as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the 3-drop package.
Yeah, that card's only this card's only playable in the Supreme card deck, I believe. Yeah, the counter effect and the active main effect. Yeah, this card is this card's actually really
It's actually got another effect that if you want to use, you can use it. It's the activate main, and you pitch it for top 5. I never use it because I don't think it's very consistent. Your hand size is not very big already, so
you don't want to risk it, right?
Yeah, I really don't want to risk the top 5. Usually when I've only played 2 games with this on untap. The times I've used it, I whiffed. Horrible.
Yeah. The main thing about that first ability is that it allows you kind of if you don't have super combos in your hand later into the game, you can use this and potentially grab a super combo.
Yep. And then we go over the 6-drop cards.
The dash pack support.
The dash pack support, obviously insane. We run. This is the package we run here. So once again, shout out to John, Tyson, and Dean for lending me the cards here. Otherwise, I would not have been able to play this deck optimally without them. So yeah, first of all, we go over this guy. This guy's really insane. Overarm 6 is what you want to do after turn 2 once you've awakened. You always have 6 if you sequence it right. This guy's really good. Dual attack. Every time you swing with it, you get a combo of 5k from your drop, and then you generate Z energy to play some of your Z battle cards, which we'll show later. So this card helps facilitate your Z energy.
It's essentially a fighting against fate for this deck, but just 1k weaker, but it also generates you 2 Z energy.
Yep, really good when you swing for 24, especially when one of my games against SS4, I swung that he beat, but it's still 24, right? He still needs another card.
You mean SS4 Vegeta, yeah? Ramp Vegeta.
SS4 Vegeta, yeah. Really good. I might cut this to 3, but 4's been good. I mean, we'll see for now. And then this card is the main card. This card's insane. Yeah, in the finals, I never saw this against Blake, because when you play this card from hand, you get to draw 1 card and also double strike, basically a thwarting as well. So for those that don't know, you can play 2 of it a turn if you really want to.
Technically, you play 3.
You can play 3 as well, yeah. If you overarm 6, and then you got wormhole, and then you play this for the second effect, which is really important, having the trunks on the board as well. Because if there's the trunks, either this or time regulator on the board, you can use this limit 1 effect from player from the wall. Really, really strong. So yeah, this card is probably the main card why this deck is so powerful. And then we go over the main ones, thwarting, because thwarting, really good card. Double strike helps remove if you swing the token block, you can just get rid of the blocker as well.
Yep.
Why not? Why not just have that? And then we got the 30k Goku. This card is a main overarm 6-drop because you can grab basically like
any card in your deck.
Any card in your deck, yeah. All your toolbox cards as well that you'll see later in the bit. So.
And literally, if this is the only overarm target that you have, you literally overarm it, and chances are you have another one in the warp. You can grab back a Goten or a Trunks.
Yep.
But usually, you do that, grab the Trunks, play the Trunks, and play the Goten from the warp, and it's just the deck's just even though a lot of the weaknesses with Black Ride is that when you warp your cards, you never get them again. But the deck feels like you can just the warp is like an extension of your hand.
Basically, yeah, you have a really low hand size playing this deck, but because of the extension of your hand, it feels absolutely insane. But yeah, these cards are really good. They all synergize with each other. Yeah, we'll go over these here. And then we go over some tech, another overarm 6 that I choose to play for this event because it is best of 1, no side. Tenacious is really strong for the mirror match or any aggro decks. I'll play this in Gogeta Zeno. I wouldn't cut it. It's either in the main or the side somewhere. This card is absolutely crucial for the aggro mirror matches, especially. For those that play Gogeta Zeno in the mirror match, I can't stress how important this card is.
This card is this card's essentially a flying Nimbus that you play on your turn.
And then you can also grab it off this as well. So if you do mill it, this is very toolboxy. You can just grab it off that as well.
Yeah.
And then we run, because you have such good control over your life, generally when I do awaken with the leader, I do go down to 5 straight away. Even though I crit myself 1, I don't really mind, because it helps all my token negates to be alive, and next turn, if I crit myself again, which I don't really mind, all my super combos alive, I can start going for game now. So, I don't have to have the pan out to actually use this effect, because I'm just going to crit myself. Very good life control, I like it. So yeah, this card is also a boarding target with your Sano Goku, the counter. So yeah, and then we run one of the best cards released in the anniversary box is this Marsan, Belligerent Warrior. Really strong when you play it. When you send some cards from your drop to the warp, this card becomes a 1-drop.
AK when you overwhelm.
Yep, AK when you overwhelm. Beautiful. And then you got his second effect. When you play it, you get to remove 2 things. If you remove Z battle cards or SCRs, they don't come back, right? Really good. Otherwise, they come back at the end of your opponent's next turn, but does not ignore barrier. It's still really good though. 20k crit for that turn.
Yeah, and it's only a 1 energy play. It's very powerful, especially because of how especially just how it clears Z battle cards.
Yep. And then we go over some of the negates that we run. We run 3 token negates because, like I said, you have so much control over your life. Like, if I honestly had one of these, I think I should have been alright against Blake in the final. Because I had 2 lives, this one, I didn't have a negate, so we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, basically this card saves your ass quite a lot. It helps you get down to 4 as well.
Yeah, that's a big thing. The fact that your leader literally just puts yourself down to 5, then you do this go to 4, so become as alive, which is always good.
Yeah, me and John always talk about it. 5 life is where you want to be at, so token negate.
Yeah,
really good. And then 2 negates that I never used all day, didn't really know how to use it, and then I was looking back at my cards, I forgot I could play this, especially in my game against Blake there. I could have used the negate here for free, but obviously at the cost of a life, but
it could have saved you essentially, right?
I just didn't know it because I never played it, but now I know. So
Benny's been in the retirement home and he's come back and he didn't read all his cards is the problem,
I knew it was negated, didn't have to take the Dark Broly swing. Like he said, he might have played a 1-drop and swung with it, but obviously it's easier to combat than out of the 30k. So yeah, this card's really good. It's a free negate once your life is at 4 or less.
It's essentially extra copies of your token negates, but you can play it from your wall.
Yeah, the other effect's really relevant as well. You can remove like a 4-drop Piccolo if they didn't give it barrier with the second effect. So, like this card's really good, but I just didn't know how to use it because I'm still, it's first time using this. So
first you said this is your first time playing the deck,
First time playing the deck,
and you got thirds. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, and then we play Supreme Kai Negate. This card's really good. I used it on Beast Gohan today.
Felt good.
This is the only time I used this card. Really good.
Yeah, and it's also grab backable. Like all these cards are grabbable back from this card.
Yeah, these cards are so good. Like all your toolboxy cards here.
Yeah,
you can just grab anything back that you really want.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that the warp is literally an extension of your hand.
Yep. So that's all the negates there. We go over next best card. I like Super Kamehameha.
This card's really good.
Yeah, helps deal with floodgates. If someone plays a Gamma, Mecha Freezer, helps deal with that. The main thing you want it to hit in case they want to board clear you is actually Beerus Destroys.
Yep.
Double check with John, make sure I could hit Beerus.
It doesn't. The Z card doesn't have barrier. Blue's like everyone knows that blue's the best color right now. And one of the things that makes blue insane is that they have access to that Beerus card in the 17 floodgate, right? This answers both of those, and it's also free. So there's no other card in the game there are the other color variants of this card, but the fact that this just requires you to be at 4 life instead of having a multicolor energy, this card's just insane.
Yeah. This was also a tech choice as well. 2 points to Kai. It's just against the random decks, like AOD.
I saw it come up against your matchup against Nooks because he was playing Trunks Cheetah, right?
That was pretty good because they play a lot of token negates, robotic repose, all the good stuff that they play. And also, if you ever need, because you always have energy that you don't do anything with anyways. I mean, if you're not playing the secret rare, like one energy to cycle, dig a little bit deeper. Yeah, this card's not bad,
Not bad, good size.
And then obviously we'll play the secret rare for the deck.
This card is actually like I feel like all the SCRs from the last set are actually kind of just really broken, and this one is insanely broken. It's probably I'd argue it's almost the same power as Beast Gohan for different reasons.
Yeah, once God Stealing got banned, this card became insane. And for those that don't know, the ruling with this card as well, for the effect that when you get to steal one of their cards, so you look at the life, burn one of their life, and then you can play a battle card, and you get to burn something with barrier as well, which is insane, right? You play another body, and the first thing that they play, you get to steal it as well.
Correct.
So if they play like a robotic repose, you get to steal the repose, and then you become the master of the order.
Yeah, so how the ruling works, let's just say now you're up against, against blue, for example, right? They use Android 17 negate. Then your order goes off, right? Where it's like, all right, my opponent just played the first battle card for the turn, I gain control of that card, right? And because you gain control of the card, that floodgate condition actually, technically, because the 17 is your card, you get the ownership of the order. So technically, if your opponent who played the 17 attacks you, they would have to bottom deck a card. But obviously, it's your turn, so you don't have to worry about that. But this is like a cheeky way you get around floodgates. Like, you have to be this caught a lot of people off guard from looking at Benny's games. The fact that it's like, oh, I'm going to use my floodgate. And Benny's like, yeah, cool, I'll take control of that, and nice floodgate, by the way.
In one of my games, I took a charismatic villain, which was kind of huge because he didn't kill my Goten. He didn't. I wasn't aware of it at the time until I said it. So, it is what it is because I took the charismatic, then I get to pop one of his battle cards. So
this card Well, this was my finger. Here it is. This card is gonna be insane next set, especially with like the new the Cumber deck for it. And plus in this deck, it's like this SCR as well. Like Black's problem is that it used to be you play Pan or Supreme Kai, you usually mill that card right. This card is playable from your wall, so that makes it instantly way better.
Yep, even with Gogeta Center, when I mill my Pan, man, it feels so bad. This card's so strong, man.
Yeah.
And be able to look at the life as well. Whatever you want, like 7 or less, obviously. I only learned that from my game 1 against Nooks, you know. Thought I could take an 8-drop secret rare, but nope.
Yeah.
Lucky Tyson was there to correct it immediately.
Yeah.
And double strike Champa because Champa, one's fine.
Yeah.
I might considering bumping this to 2 based on how much crit sweetness you have. So like you want to go like the 20k
double crit,
Marseillan, you know, get 30k crit.
Yeah.
Or you go 25 critical as well with your
Vegeta.
So probably bump this to 2, but obviously it's best of 1. Otherwise these can be in the side somewhere. So
yeah, I think your main board's really good and
52 cards in the main board, and I never run more than 52. That's just me though. Yep. Once again, thanks to people that let me these cards, you know, yeah, Tyson, John, you know.
Did you actually play this card that much today?
Yeah, I actually played it a fair bit. It's pretty good actually. I played this more than the Boo actually. But I did not really use the rejuvenate skill because I'm very aggressive with my life. Like I want to kill ASAP, so I like to crit myself. I don't really need to rejuvenate. But I did use the effect to pop something, and then 15 swing.
It's pretty good for 1 energy, right?
You gain value straight away, so. But I think this card is pretty good. Like I don't see why you wouldn't play it. And there's no energy restriction. Whereas the Boo, you can't play till I think you need 3 energy. I played it once against Blake, and that was it all day.
Yeah, not only you have to have 3 or more Z energy, and you also have to have it's still 2 Z energy technically.
Yeah, 2 Z energy. Yep. But then you need to have that 3 energy restriction, 3 or more energy before you play it. Yeah, really good. It takes something.
Would you consider cutting this card down to 1? Or?
Nah, never. This card's got relevant, especially in the longer games. Yeah, this card's really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it just like having a 25k beat stick for 1, and you get the removal. Sometimes it's better than this because you don't always have the 3 Zeno battle cards.
Yeah. Okay.
So this card has its merits and it's pretty good.
It just didn't come up. Okay.
Yeah, all of them they actually. Realistically, it says 1, but they all actually cost 2.
2, yeah, it costs 2, yeah.
If you're going to use this effect, you're going to cost 2. This becomes 25k.
Yeah.
It's a bit better than the Pan, in my opinion.
Okay.
I wouldn't change the ratios because there are some games where you need to rejuvenate the life.
I feel like there's just not enough Black Z battle cards to
there's not enough Black Z battle cards. This is the next thing, you know, like if I had another copy, this would be Boo. You're never paying 2. Let's be real. You might, but you probably won't. And the other card is Vegeta because it's the best card. More life control,
Yeah, okay.
So you can get to 4 life so easily with this deck. Like.
Or maybe once they start adding more Z battle cards, you can look into upgrading this, and then, oh wow.
Yeah, check with Tyson. You can run these as tokens. They're very nice. I'm running these. And yeah, I got 3rd place and not a lot of prizing. Not as good as Blake, you know. Got the uncut sheet.
You got the uncut sheet, yeah.
But yeah, this deck was really fun. First time playing it. Yeah, the more I played it, the more I learned throughout the day. So yeah, you know, still learning, but this deck's really fun.
Yeah, well, Benny has been taking some time off from playing cards anyway, so yeah, it's cool to see that you still got, you know, the skill, you know. So yeah, any final closing thoughts or shout outs you want to give?
To the team, obviously, and John for the cameraman here, filming the deck profile. Shout out to Collectors Company. Peter's here with us today as well. Yeah, once again, our team always top, so you know, good showing again.
Yeah, Benny carrying the team this event. I did.
Hosting another great event.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Well, awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll actually have a Trunks future deck profile coming out as well.
Yes.
So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll see you all next time. Peace.